This video has no tags, has no links, no websites, nothing more than just let's talk. I especially want to give a specific shout out to our friend Donna, who felt it in her conscience today to send me a private Instagram message to tell me how much I've destroyed my career again, and how I need to quit blindly following Donald Trump and take a clue from Dolly and not talk politics. Well, sister, you're on the wrong page. I'm sorry that truth offends you so. I'm sorry that every single major news outlet in the entire world has reported on the fact that Obama is a liar and Hillary's unstable. That's not political. That's fact. Okay? You know what else is fact? The fact that you don't fund me, fuck me, or feed me. That's also a fact. So all of your unsolicited advice is going to fall on deaf ears, because I have parents. I have a mom and a dad who taught me to stand up for what is right and to speak on the behalf of those who don't have a voice. So you've done ruffled my feathers, and not even 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm so glad that your life is so perfect that you feel the need to tell me how to do anything. Anything. You've never come to one of my shows. You've never bought one of my merchandise. You've never given me a tip. You've never prayed for me and Shauna. No, you just have bullshit to spit at me about how you should do my life better than I am. And how you're greatly offended by the fact that the national news has uncovered the fact that Obama is a liar. Also, in those 200 pages of unsecured documents that they've just put out into the public that now is declassified to delegitimize a sitting president, they also said for about 8 years, we got to get Hillary out of the light. She's crazy as a shithouse rat. She's having irrational fucking thoughts. She's unstable. She's wildly emotional. That's not an opinion. That's fact. Ooh, some of y'all have balls bigger than beach balls. Because I know good and well that none of y'all would ever say this shit to my face, because you know I'd slap the taste out of your mouth. So I love how you're hiding behind your cell phone, you're hiding behind your computer screen, you're hiding behind your 217 followers on Facebook, coming at me, a professional comedian and storyteller and songwriter. This is my job. My job is to interrupt the status quo, ruffle the feathers, and make you think for yourself. That's my job on this earth. If for any reason that you don't support the fact that I have my own voice, my own platform, and my own opinion, then feel free to follow any of the other 7.6 billion people on this earth, because I don't give a damn. What I do give a damn about is the fact that you think that you are somebody to come tell me how to do anything. Okay. You're going to destroy your career again. Again? I just signed a friggin' distribution deal, got picked up by a moonshine label, or Roasted Hemp sponsoring me. I just got 2 singles on the radio. I've got 5 cuts out there on the radio. I have a Dove Award nomination, and Craig Morgan singing my song 4 times a week on tour. Exactly how did I ruin my career? I'm waiting, because I'm still playing music and making money and selling merch and doing my job. So how, in fact, did I ruin my career? I didn't invent some collusion with Russia to delegitimize a sitting president. I didn't lie to the American public for 15 years and put them in the biggest American political scandal that we've ever friggin' known. I didn't wear pantsuits and run for president against Donald Trump in 2020 because I thought I could do something even though I was crazier than hell. That wasn't me. You're talking about Obama. He ruined his career. You're talking about Hillary. She ruined her career. You're talking about Biden. He ruined his career. You ain't talking about me, sister. All I'm doing is telling you the truth. And if you don't like the messenger that it's coming out of, then I suggest you change the channel, because I'm not going to apologize for nothing. So far, everything that I've bitched about, complained about, talked about, preached about for the past 6 months on Facebook has been true. 100% accurate. You may not like the way that I'm saying it. You may not like the way that I'm presenting it. You may not like the fact that I'm the one telling you when I'm supposed to just be singing, or God forbid I left the kitchen. It's funny how much flack I get from the Democratic side. This is what's so funny to me. Oh, Trump supporters are maggots. No, we're not. Trump loves the uneducated. I got 3 degrees from an Ivy League school. Try again. He loves, and then when that don't work, you start the name calling, the mud slinging, the really politically incorrect things to call people in 2025. I don't think you're allowed to use the R word, the N word, or the T word anymore. And if you don't know what those words are, then good job. If you do, quit using them. Not even 8 o'clock this morning. You had to chat my ass and get me all fired up. Thank you. Now I don't have to go to the gym and get my cardio up. My heart rate's already high. But I'm telling you what, I'll be damned to go to hell if anybody who's never given me a dime of support nor shown up at one of my shows tells me how to do anything with my career, let alone threaten it. Take a clue from Dolly. Okay, let me buy up my hometown, open a theme park, adopt Miley Cyrus as my godchild, sell my likeness to the Herschel brothers so I have no T-shirts at Dollywood with my face on anymore, farm out all of my stuff to younger children and put out a rock album because that's the only thing I hadn't done. I wish I was Dolly Parton, but unfortunately I didn't have Porter Wagoner and Cass Walker to help me with my career when I started out in Nashville. You want truth? That's truth. She was on the Porter Wagoner show. He helped her get started. She branched off on her own. I'm so sorry that I didn't meet a 90-year-old man with a lot of money who could put me on TV. My bad. I did it the right way. Or so I thought. Went to college, got my degree, started playing in the studio, started writing with a bunch of people, started networking with a bunch of people, got jobs here and there and yonder, been in Nashville for 20 years. No, I'm not standing on the Opry stage because that has nothing to do with the fact of what I talk about, but everything what I won't do. I won't spread my legs or put a pill in my vein. I won't use a spoon or a needle. That's why I'm not on TV right now. That's why I'm not on the Opry stage right now, because I won't play the game. I was raised to have a little more reason than that. And if that means that all I'm ever going to do is play bars and tell stories on Facebook because I refuse to give up my integrity for fame, then so be it. But I'll be damned and go to hell if you're going to come at me before 8 o'clock in the morning and tell me how I've ruined my career because you think you know everything. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out, Donna Rose Mines. Calling you out. You had the gall to come on my page and talk shit to me. This is what it's like. This is called eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. If you can't stand the heat, then get the hell out of my kitchen. But I'm tired of people coming on my porch and telling me what to talk about. Oh, that's how you end up in a song that I make money off of. That's how you end up having 2,500 people sing along with you in a bar over somebody they've never met because they all like what I got to say, sister. How many followers you got? What's really, really a crying shame is that we're related. I'm defending and protecting the farm that your grandparents and aunts lived on. And you're going to come at me sideways? Yeah, I ruined my career all right. Bought that land that you should have been sitting on. We'll talk about how good my career is going real quick. No, I'm not the be-all, end-all gift to music or commentary. But by God, I got a pretty good platform and a pretty big microphone. And so far, people kind of listen to me. If you don't like it, get you on Facebook page, TikTok channel, YouTube channel, distribution deal, record deal. Do anything of any value in the entertainment industry of which you're trying to tell me how to be. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to go ahead and call Joe Galante? You got his number. You want to call Mike Curb? You want to call Scotty Hendricks? You want to call, Scott Brechette? You want to call all these guys and say, don't, son, Sarah, she tells the truth. And she voted for a president that won would have been 3 times had Obama not been a liar. I don't understand how you can come at me and say that this is political when it's absolute fact. That's like me going, the sky's blue. Well, that's your opinion. No, it's right there. It's right there. It's blue. Just because you can't see out of your own asshole long enough to realize the truth is not my problem. Your lack of information, your lack of intelligence, your lack of accountability has nothing to do with me. However, I am going to make an example of you if you come at me like this on my own Facebook page. And I know the past couple of days I've been kind of preaching. It's because I'm premenopausal, I've been out of cigarettes, and I'm low on weed. But I can guarantee you that if you ever saw me face to face, you'd be all smiles and giggles and acting like you're running for the Women's Club of Mayberry. But you sure as hell wouldn't say this stuff to my face because I'd knock the taste out of your mouth. How dare you? How dare you tell me how to do anything with my life when you've never even given me a dime of support for my music for the past 25 years and we're family? Get the hell out of here, Donna. Ooh, nothing pisses me off quicker than somebody that don't know shit about nothing tell me how to do anything. Maybe like me trying to tell a man how to pee standing up. I've done it a couple times. It's not my normal forte. He probably knows it better than me, but let me tell him how to do his thing because I am so important. I hate to call people out, but if you've got the balls to come to my face, come to my porch and start slinging mud, ooh, prepare to get some dirt on you. Hard to point fingers when your hands is dirty, isn't it? Yeah. So I responded with a very couth email on my Instagram or message or however the hell else you want to do it. I typed on a computer. It went through to somebody else. That's an email. Anyway, she came at me sideways, and I said, look, I don't know where you're getting your information about me ruining my career. In fact, it's never been better. I've got a moonshine pickup. My face is on a jar. I'm on a distribution deal. I've got 2 singles on there. We already went through this. Y'all have the list. So I don't understand how you can come at me sideways and tell me to be more like Dolly and take a clue and don't talk politics. I ain't talking politics, Donna. I'm telling the truth. This has nothing to do with left and right and blue and red and black and white and gay and straight. This has everything to do with fact and fiction. If the truth offends you, I don't know what else to tell you. This wasn't political. This is 100% accurate fact. This might as well be in the lost book of first parentheses in the gospel. Obama's a liar, Hillary's unstable, and they're both going to be tried for treason. Write it down, July 24th, 8 a.m. I said it first. Obama will be tried for treason because he manipulated and usurped the American public in a military coup and scandal for almost 8 years to delegitimize a sitting president that should have won his 3rd term had it not been for all the bullshit. That's not political. That's fact. That's fact. If you don't like the truth, the Bible's going to slap you right in the fucking ass. Okay? I'm telling you, you got to get yourself right. You got to start paying attention to the truth. And coming after the messengers that are telling the truth is doing nothing but making you look like a big old jackass. That's a true story. I apologize for nothing I say. I apologize for nothing I do. Everything I've ever said and done has made me the person I am today and put me on the course that God has provided for me. Yeah, sometimes I put my foot in my mouth and it tastes just like crow. Sometimes I say something really poignant and somebody wants to quote it on a pillow with some cross-stitch needles. Sometimes I talk out of my ass so bad I have to stand up, but the point is it's on my page and not yours. Oh! Y'all got a lot of nerve. A lot of nerve. A lot of nerve, Donna. Whole lot of nerve. You and Jan must get together and conspire about how to take Sarah Beth down because she's only a country music singer. You realize that what you're saying about me, what you're saying about me to other people, ain't doing nothing but making you look stupid and upping my brand, all right? All press is good press. And if you're talking about me, my mouth is still in your, or my name is still in your mouth, I'm still making money. Whether you like me or hate me, if you're watching me, you're a fan. That's fact. I see my brother Aaron's on here this morning, and he understands me better than most people do because we've been in the trenches together a long time. We know the way back from hell because we've been there so many damn times. We've seen the bad parts of the mountain. We've seen the bad parts of the Christian faith. We've seen the bad parts of the music industry, and we're still out there all the damn time plucking our guitars and telling you stories. On the off chance that someday something we say might mean something to somebody else and they won't feel so alone in the world. That's our entire purpose as musicians. Our job is to tell the soundtrack and to tell the story. We are the Woody Guthries, the Joan Baez's, the Joni Mitchells, the Carly Simons, the Bob Dylans of the world, the Willie Nelsons of the world. That's what we do. We're the Stephen Collins Fosters, the Aaron Coplands, the Beethovens, the Tchaikovskys, the Mozarts, the Bachs. That's who we are. We're the reason why you ain't bored to shit in your carpool line. We're the reason that you look forward to getting to work every day so you can crank up the radio. We're the reason that you take off on Friday night and go to Rep Arena for $55 a ticket. Remember that. I don't know what you're doing to contribute to society to make it better for somebody else. I've yet to figure out what the hell you're doing on my page. Just to stir me up. Not smart. Don't poke the bear. But go right ahead because there's commas in my royalties this month because of how much hate y'all are spewing at me on Instagram. The more you watch my video, the more money I make, whether you like me or not. That's commerce. I can't even justify the stupidity with an insult because you ain't smart enough to understand it. But that invitation and that message goes out to everybody. If you think you got the balls to say something to me about my career, my life, my page, how I'm living it, or what I'm doing, then feel free to call me. And if you ain't got my number, you ain't got a fucking problem. Okay? If all you got is a spam message on Instagram that I had to go through 3 levels to find because you don't even follow me enough for it to show up on my general primary friggin' messages, we ain't got a problem. If your name's not in the tip bucket or on the website or on the newsletter or on the merchandise stuff that I'm mailing out this week, we ain't got a problem. You have a problem with yourself. And you don't like people telling the truth. Ooh, have you heard about a guy named Jesus? Because he's really going to blow your mind. Just bothers me to no end the people that have the gall that they have these days. The gall. I wasn't even going to do a cigarette, Mom, this morning. I was enjoying my day, feeding my chickens and my turkeys, get my ducks in the pen, having me a cigarette before I get my day started, and it gets real hard. I even picked 2 tomatoes. Look, they're almost pink. But I ain't going to deal with somebody coming at me sideways in my private messages telling me that I'm ruining my career again and I should take a trip from Dolly and not talk about politics. I wasn't talking about politics, Donna. I was telling the truth. I was reporting what the hell was going on the news in case you hadn't turned it on yet because you was too busy watching TikTok. I was trying to help you be more informed so you don't sound so stupid when you address people in public. Did it work? Did it work? Do you feel more informed or do you just feel stupid because you keep poking at the bear? A lot of y'all have unfollowed me because of yesterday's Facebook Live, and that's fine. I didn't lie. Obama did, and I reported on it. You're hating the wrong damn thing. You're treeing the wrong coon. That's all right. That's all right. I'm going to let it roll off my back like the water on them ducks out there in that duck pen. But I will tell you this, and this is a fair warning to anybody. If you come at me sideways, I will make an example of you, whether it be on my Facebook Live, in a song, on an album, on the radio, or in public. So beware. Beware. You voluntarily joined this ride. You had the disclaimer before you got here. Don't act like you don't know who I am or what I stand for or how I talk. If you have something to say to me, then call me. If you ain't got my damn number, you ain't got a problem. Sean said, here lately you're not as much funny as you're just pissed off. Yeah, because it's real hard to be funny when you got little ankle biters that don't mean nothing to nobody with their 212 followers coming at you sideways all the time. That gets on your damn nerves. That gets on your damn nerves. I don't care who you are. It's like Trump said, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. You finally hit your breaking point to where all of it goes south, and then it's all Katie bar the door because I can make Rambo look like little Mary Sunshine once I get good and revved up, all right? I do my best to keep my temper in check quite a bit because I can't afford another charge and go on the road at the same time. But by God, I will make an example of you. You know better than that. You was raised with my bunch. You was raised with my Aunt Beth and my Mama Tammy. You know who my granny is. How dare you come at me sideways knowing what kind of family I come from? You fuck with one of us, you fuck with all of us. Ooh. Ooh. The gall of some people. And what's really funny is it always comes from the hometown. Even in Luke, in the book of Luke, they looked at Jesus and said, why don't you do miracles in your own hometown, Jesus? And he said, because a prophet is never received in his own hometown. That's biblical. Now I see why. Because the home folk is right there clapping at your coronation, but they're sure as hell cheering at your beheading too, ain't they, Donna? I don't remember you being at my album release party when all that shit went down. I don't remember you being there on the farm when I moved out of my house. I don't remember you helping me pack up shit and have it in a yard sale when I got divorced. I don't remember you being there at my album party when I got signed to Sony Orchard. I don't remember you being anywhere but in my fucking nerves. Oh, I take it back. One time when you was working at JCPenney and I was in high school, you wouldn't give me your discount and I ended up having to pay almost double for my prom dress. Sorry. I stand corrected. Maybe you've got somebody in your life who just gets on your nerves, and maybe that's why I'm talking about this today. Maybe it's time you stand up to him and say, I'm not going to take this anymore, and you're not going to talk to me like this. I don't know where in the hell you get off thinking that you can talk to anybody like that, but this is 2025, and you can't say stuff like that. Maybe no one slapped the taste out of your mouth in a little bit. Maybe no one has made you pay for the consequences of your actions. Maybe no one has brought you into HR and said, you need to get off Facebook, Donna, because you're starting to ruffle feathers in the wrong way, and that looks bad on JCPenney. You keep humping my last nerve and hoping there will be no repercussions. I make my money pissing people off. It's a pretty good job. My daddy said I could be anything I wanted to be when I grew up, and I said, I think I'll be an asshole, and I'm pretty good at it. We don't have a club. We're not anonymous. Everybody knows we're assholes. We just see each other and go, asshole. If you're one of us, welcome aboard. If you're not, get off my porch. I'll take a broom after you just like I do the raccoons getting into my chicken feed. I got no sympathy for traitors. None. You don't have to agree with everything that I say, far be it. I don't even agree with everything I say. Hell, Sean spends most of his time in the other room disagreeing with what I say and just trying to do damage control because my mouth gets ahead of me. I don't apologize for it because what needs to be said is said. I do apologize for your reaction to it and your inability to accept the truth. I do apologize for the fact that you've been so misconstrued and convoluted and usurped by the sitting friggin' government that you believe everything coming across the line on TV. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you that you can't think for yourself, pray for yourself, talk for yourself without picking on somebody else. I feel sorry for you that the only thing that you got to do on a Thursday morning is piss off Sarah Beth Terry. I feel sorry for you. I'll be praying for you. But no, Donna, no, you're not going to tell me how to do anything when you haven't given a dime of your hard-earned money to help me in my career with my message. You can't tell me nothing. Nothing. If I was running for office and you give $15 to my campaign, then we'd have a little sit-down talk over coffee. But considering the fact that all you've done is spew bullshit at me and judgment, I got nothing for you. If you don't like what I'm saying, get the hell off my porch. Seems like some people do because I got 57,000 followers that are watching me do this every single day. So something that I'm saying is sticking to the wall like spaghetti when you're trying to cook it for supper. In the meantime, I'm just pissing off the powers that be, but I'm making you think. That's the whole point. My whole point in this life is to make you laugh, make you feel, and to make you think. And if I can do all three of those things, then my job is done. In the meantime, I'm raising birds in my backyard, selling eggs, making hats, doing the things I always do to occupy my time because I'm a creative and always have to have something to do. I don't claim to be the best at everything. I don't claim to know everything. I don't claim to be the perfect Christian or the perfect American or the perfect Republican or the perfect singer or the perfect songwriter. However, I have 27 years of experience doing what I'm doing, so I must be knowing what I'm doing pretty good. I'm not going to come to where you work and tell you how to flip burgers. Sarah Beth, why do you let them get under your skin like this? I tell you why. Because it's time for people to be held accountable. It's time for people to wise up, grow up, learn up, look up, and figure out what the hell is going on. A lot of people come to my page because I report the unbiased facts on the news. I report what I have seen, what I've read between the lines, and what I know to be an absolute gospel fact. You may not agree with the messenger that it's coming from, but the fact is that what I'm saying is true. They didn't like Jesus for telling the truth either. I'm not calling myself Jesus. I'm just saying I don't know why I'm trying to impress a bunch of people who killed a perfect man. I'm not going to win a popularity contest here. No one's going to hand me a tiara and a scepter and say, please rule this fair land, young lady. No one's going to do that. They're going to tell me to sit down and shut up and don't be so much because they've been doing it my whole life. And I'm going to tell you a little secret, friends. I wasn't born to fit in. I was born to stand out. I was born to stand out. You can ask my mother. You can ask my father. They've been saying it my whole life. Sarah, you're a little much. I know. I can't help it. It was the way I was wired. I'm blunt because the Lord rolled me this way. But I tell you what's the truth. Until you give me any kind of support in what I'm doing with my life, you don't get to tell me how to run it. You don't, Donna. You don't. You don't get to come on my Instagram first thing in the morning before I've even had my coffee and come at me sideways about how I'm ruining my career again. Again? I don't know what timeline you're on. I just keep getting more popular, getting more followers, getting more songs, getting more stories, getting more gigs, getting more distribution deals, getting more sponsorships. Tell me again how I'm ruining my career by telling the truth, Donna. Tell me. I'm waiting. Floor is yours. Go ahead. You got so much to say and you want to make an example of yourself. Go right ahead. Floor is yours. No? Quiet? Nothing to say? I told you if you had a problem with me, you could just call me. But if you ain't got my number, then you ain't really got a problem, do you? Oh, the gall of some people. Mama, I see that you're watching this morning. Hello, Tammy Terry. If you've not had a chance to watch on the Tammy Terry TikTok Trinket Tour, I suggest that you watch it because we're going to get on there again in a couple weeks and we're going to go through the rest of the house. And all of those items are available for a low, low price if you bargain with my mother. She's looking to get rid of all this stuff, have a living estate sale. So if you want to see anything, like pause that video and be like, how much for that hurricane? Well, she'll talk to you about it. She's a wheeler and a dealer above all else because she raised me. She knows how to get her point across and make you look forward to it. She knows how to tell you to go to hell and you look forward to the trip. That's called tact. I've seen my mother rip somebody a new 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, double wide ass without even blinking. That's called tact. I was raised with that. I was also raised with a man who spent 30 years in the military, not putting up with anybody's bullshit. Anybody's. So I'm a clever mix between both of them. Sometimes I'm my mother, and I'll just tell you that I'm praying for you and that you need to calm down and sit down because you're fixing to make an ass of yourself. Or I can be my dad and just slap the dog shit out of you and go, that's one. So really, the choice is up to you. Do you want Tammy? Do you want Corky? Or do you want Sarah and stay the hell off my page lest you end up in a song? No, crickets? Nothing to say, Donna? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess you don't watch my Facebook Live anymore since you told me I was ruining my career and that I should take a trip from Dolly and then not do anything like this political anymore. Oh, I forgot. I forgot that you unfollowed me after 25 years of telling me how to live my life and not showing up at a single show or spending a dime of your money on anything that I have to offer. I forgot. My bad. My bad. But it's time. It's time. Sarah has kept her peace. Sarah has been quiet. Sarah has sat here on eggshells with her hands folded on her laurels going, better not say that. Better not say that. Better not say that. But when you bring my fight to my porch, when you bring it right to my front door, when you come at me personally, gloves are off. And may God have mercy on your soul. That's not a threat in case anybody was keeping watch. That is a promise. That is 100% Appalachian bona fide promise. Don't want none? Don't get some. How about that? You feeling froggy, Donna? Jump. Oh, Donna. Oh, Donna. I knew a girl, and Donna was her name. She gets pissed off when you don't play her game. Kane. She is the definition of a liberal, lacking in basic education, reasoning, and logic. It's like my papa used to say, you can be a Republican now, or you can work for us later. I don't know. I just, for somebody to come at me that I've known my whole life and tell me anything, knowing my mother and father and my family and the entire Sand Hill bunch, knowing every single one of them, knowing who's at Sunday dinner every single Sunday, you had the gall to say that to me. So next time you see my mother, make sure that you mouth off about what I said back to you. Okay? Make sure that you misconstrue it. Do the Obama treatment. Make sure yourself is the victim. All right? Make sure, first one to the microphone tells the story. So make sure you tell it right. Okay? Because I will make an example of you and I will sing it as loud as possible. I'll sing it every single show. I'll sing it out in the street. I'll busk. I'll get my speakers out and put them on top of the truck and just drive through town. I will make an example of you since you're so hell-bent on being seen. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's a little gift to you. But anyway, this morning I'm going to get off here and get my coffee roasted. I ain't even got my damn nightgown off yet, and you already started in on me. Oh. It's like my mother used to say, Sarah, just let me have my coffee first. Let's just go to the porch, and I'll have my coffee, and then we'll talk. But to come at me before I've even had the first sip of an L8, oh, you're just asking for an ass whipping. You're just cruising for a bruising, and I'm your cruise director. Y'all got mad. I say y'all, there's about 9 of you out of 58,000 that got mad, had to show their ass and be like, I don't like what you said about Obama. Well, I don't like the fact that he lied to us for 20 years and everything he said was bullshit. I don't like that either. I don't like the fact that you put a good man down in every single one of these arrest things from this dossier, every one of these felonies that so far, like, oh, Trump's committed all these felonies. Oh, you know, all that's bullshit, right? Like, that has been just debunked. Debunked. Just completely debunked. It's not true. It's not true. Oh, Tammy, I love my Sandhill people. I'm just saying this woman who was raised on Sandhill should know better than to mess with the Sandhill bunch. I mean, I'm just saying somebody who was raised on that same hill should know the rules. Should know the protocol. Should know that you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. Don't come poking at this hornet's nest with a ball bat. It ain't smart. So, Tammy, I'm actually taking up for my Sandhill people. It's the people that used to live there and that was raised better and was raised on that hill with good morals and good standards under the same name that I was, that should know better than to do this. There's a reason why she don't live on Sandhill no more. But I'm telling you what's the truth. I've never seen the amount of just bullshit. Just bullshit. Just come at me. I can handle it. Hell, I've been a whipping post and a punching bag and a scapegoat my whole entire life. I am the black sheep and I'll wear that crown proudly. I do not care. I can handle it. But the point is, can you handle the backlash? Because I let it simmer and marinate for a couple of days, but then I'm going to make an example of you. But this morning, my arterial flow was getting there a little earlier, Bernice, because you came at me before breakfast and told me how to do my life. You don't see nothing wrong with that. You don't see nothing wrong with the fact that you came at me, a moderate celebrity, not even a famous one, a more well-known one, more infamous than anything, more of a burr in the saddle of everybody that be. That's all right. You're gonna come at me? Why don't you talk to all your Democrat friends who voted for this big liar? I think that your fight's really with him. I think your fight's really with the Hopey Changey bunch from 2008 that just defunct the entire housing market, screwed all of our taxes up, and gave a whole bunch of money to a bunch of foreign countries. You put a man with the name Hussein into power, and you didn't think maybe he was lying? Sometimes the truth's right there in front of you in plain sight. Sometimes things is what they is. It's like when the time that killer whale killed that kid in SeaWorld, and I'm like, it's a killer whale. Maybe don't put a kid in the tank. I'm just like... The lack of basic common sense is terrifying. I don't even know how y'all are crossing the street without getting hit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how you made it this far in life. I don't know how you made it this far in the life that you were living, being as hateful and as ignorant as you are. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get how anybody can stand to talk to you for more than 5 or 10 minutes because they realize that you're so full of shit and so misinformed that you might as well be talking to a wall. I don't get it. But maybe that's the point. Maybe the point is that I'm supposed to go, does anybody else pay attention to the bullshit that's going on? And can we rise above all the noise? Can we just all come together and go, no, sit down, be quiet, screw you, you're cool, screw you. Stand up for what's right. And when somebody is obviously just spouting bullshit, stop it. Be like, no, wait a minute, that's not exactly how that happened. My mom told me, she said, I have to apologize for you. I said, don't apologize for me. Give them my phone number. Because I love how they love to talk shit to my mother, who I've not lived in her house for the past, let's see, how old am I now? 23 years. My mother did a fine job up until 18 years old, raised me right, raised me in the church, raised me with a head on my shoulders and the ability to think and stand up for myself. Did a good job. If you have a problem with me past the year of 2001, you need to address me. I'm real easy to find. I'm listed in the book, and SarahBethTerry.com is always open. But don't you dare go to my mother or my grandmother or my daddy or my brother or my aunt and start talking shit about me because they don't care. I'm not their responsibility. If you have a problem with me, then come to me. But all you're doing is gossiping. That's all you're doing. You're talking shit about something that you don't know nothing about because you can't get a hold of me because you're not in my circle. That should be your first clue. I can't get a hold of Sarah Beth and I got a problem with her. Well, then you ain't got a fucking problem with her because you can't get a hold of her. So, it is what it is. Yes, I talk like a sailor on shore leave. Yes, I get my cardio and my blood rate up. Yes, my blood pressure's probably too high for me to be sitting here and smoking cigarettes. But my whole job is to interrupt the status quo and to ruffle the feathers. That's my job. If you don't like my job, then literally follow anybody else in the world. There's 7 billion accounts out there. There's 7 billion people in the world. Probably all of them got a Facebook or TikTok page. Nobody's holding a gun to your head and making you watch my stuff. No one's holding a gun to your head and making you type all that bullshit. No one is threatening your life and telling you to tell me how to live mine. Perspective. So, since you felt it in your spirit today to call me out and send me an Instagram message and tell me how I'm messing up my life, my career, and everything that you know that I should be doing, you also should be made an example of. I don't like the way you live your life. I don't like the bullshit that you post on your page. I don't like the fact that your profile picture is a meme. I don't like the fact that you only have 200 friends. What's going on with you, Donna? What, it's different when I give it back? Huh. Imagine that. A double standard. Oh, hi, Beth. We're just picking on a girl named Donna Rose Mines because she decided to get on my Instagram this morning and absolutely blast me for ruining my career and talking about Trump. I should be like Dolly. I wish I had my own theme park in Tennessee. I wish I had my own statue in the courthouse lawn. But I don't. What I do have is a porch, a pack of cigarettes, and a Facebook audience, and I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. If you like what I've got to say, then welcome aboard. Get on SarahBethTherapy.com, order you a t-shirt, a guitar, pick a stick or something. Put money in the tank so we can get to wherever you are and play music for you in real life. If you don't like what I'm doing, scroll on, Alice. It's that easy. But you're humping my last nerve thinking that I'm going to do anything about the fact that I'm going to change my message because you don't like it. I'm going to change the way that I present it to the world because it makes you uncomfortable. I'm going to stop talking about the truth because you can't handle it. Sounds like you need a joint and a Valium and maybe a cup of coffee and some sex because whatever you got wrong with you is not my problem. I think your sugar might be low. I think the devil might have jumped right into you there, Donna. Whew, don't let that happen again. Scary. Devil's a lie. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to get off here and put some nesting boxes in my coop, try to finish the quack shack, finish pressure washing the porch, and try to do last night's dinner dishes. If y'all will let me, I might not be doing them right either. Oh, I better call Donna and see if I'm filling up the sink right. She knows everything. And I know she's going to come at me sideways again and be like, I cannot believe that you just called me out on Facebook. Well, I cannot believe that you thought it was okay to tell me how to live my life at 7:30 in the morning when you ain't got no business doing anything. I don't believe in retribution. I just believe in an even keel. You know? You got to have a fulcrum. And I'm the fulcrum. I can't tell you how many cigarette mom people have called me in the last 6 months and say, I'm having problems with my daughter. I'm having problems at her school. I'm having problems with my superintendent. I'm having problems with my husband. I'm having problems with my neighbor. And we'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. It's all in the approach. If you come at me nicely and say, Sarah, I need a little bit of your help, or I'm going to worry about something that you said on Facebook the other day and it's been sitting wrong with me and I want to talk to you about it. All right, we'll discuss it. But if you come at me with throwing the accusations and how I should do this and I should do that, well, you should fuck right off. How about that? Hi, Pam. I love Pam. Pam's always been in my corner. I love her. She was my Hopkinsville mom because she had hair just like her, and I loved her for that, and I still love her to this day for that. She was my mom away from mom. I love her. So, anyway. But I just wanted to just put that disclaimer out there. If you don't want the truth, don't ask me. But I'm classy, sassy, trashy, and a little badassy, and I don't apologize for it. Talk like a sailor on shore leave. I smoke like a chimney, and I will tell you exactly what you want to know. Just ask me. Exactly, Dawn Rose. I will give back the energy that is given to me. So use it wisely. Use it wisely, or else Sarah Beth might make an example of you on her Facebook with a bunch of people watching, and she's going to write a song that she sings at the gigs from now on and makes money in a tip jar so that she can feed her chickens. Cause and effect. This just goes to that ripple effect. You can't throw a stone in the water and not expect the wave to hit the shore. Science. Somebody look at it and see if that ain't science. I think that might be science. I got my blood going this morning. I don't even need to go and find a nail light. Thank you, Donna. Thank you. Thank you for saving me a trip to Planet Fitness and the sheets this morning, because you just got my blood pumping. I could probably go out there and move that whole chicken coop like I was lifting a Volkswagen off a baby. Best way to get me to do something is piss me off. Only I'm probably not going to do what you think I'm going to do. This hurricane is now out of our control. I told you to tie the tethers down. But it's not a warning. It's just a public service announcement. If you come at me sideways with some horse shit in my Instagram inbox, I'm going to make an example of you the next chance that I get, because you're dying for some attention. You're dying for some attention. You're dying for somebody to give you a little bit of time of day. Well, here you go, sister. You're welcome. You're welcome. Tawanda. That's the phase of life I'm in. I'm in my Weezer Tawanda phase. Face it, girls, I'm older and I have more insurance. That's where I'm at these days. Here. Knock our lights out, Malin. We'll all make up t-shirts that said, I slapped Weezer Bedrow. Half a chink of in Paris forgive their eye teeth to take a whack of Weezer. L8s are starting to branch out all over because I ride for the brand. You see, no, yeah, there it is. And I just take it everywhere, and now it's in Tays Valley, West Virginia. It's up in Ohio. They got it down at the Cracker Barrel in Alabama, and I saw one in North Dakota, believe it or not. I am spreading that L8 love all over. The green glass is taking its road on the show. So, I appreciate you. Thank you for sending me some stars. That puts chicken feed in my chicken's belly and keeps them out of mine, and I do appreciate it. Girls, I know that you're trying to get out here. My girls, my Jersey Giants, get over here and just support me. I literally have a little cheering section over here. Do you see this? This is my cheering section. They're like, get it, Mama, get it. I know. I can't get over it. But anyway, so that's 30 minutes of my day that I'll never get back, but I felt like it needed to be said. Especially since you took the time out of your day to tell me how to live my life and what you think that you would do different so I could save my career again. I didn't know I'd ruined it the first time or second time or however many times that you think I've ruined it. Just because I ain't playing in Irvin don't mean I've ruined my career. It means they won't let me come play in my hometown. That's in Luke. So, you're going to get mad about the news? Wait, do you hear me start quoting the Bible? That's really going to piss you off. Just because you don't like the messenger that's coming out of, don't make the truth any more truthful. I mean, I don't know what else to do. Spoon feed it to you, draw a picture for you, hand you some crayons and a coloring book, put you in your timeout corner, give you some safe space. I don't know what to do for you. But it sounds like you need a cup of coffee, a good lay, and a joint. I could be wrong. I just have the 3 degrees and I'm a country music singer. But that sounds to me like that's what you need. I tell you where else Cracker Barrel in Louisiana does have it, and also the Lake Charles Kroger has LA. If you're ever in Lake Charles. They carry it. So, I'm telling you, I know where every L8 is in the whole state of the union because I have to have it. It's my blood type. If I get to a transfusion and need one in Montana, somebody better find me a Cracker Barrel. I usually carry a case with me. I'm down to my last one today, and I'm saving it for tomorrow because tomorrow's Friday, and I feel like that's a little treat for myself. If you want to send me some L8s, send me some. They ship them. People are asking, what can we do to help the farm? I don't know. I need feed. I need corn. I need worms. I need L8s. I need cigarettes. I need a little bit of weed. If you have any of those things and you want to stop by my porch, we'll talk and visit. If you want us to come and play in your neck of the woods and you have those things waiting for me at the green room, even better. If you just want to get together and chit-chat and I'll make a cheese ball, I also do private appointments. This is not hard. You're making it hard. All I do is make music, tell stories, and smoke on my porch. Apparently, that's too much for some of y'all. I don't hold a political office. I'm not running for anything yet. I will be next year. And I'm trying to get my 2 singles, the third one, that's coming out in September, up off the ground. I don't have time for bullshit like this if you telling me how to live my life and organize my career. I don't have time for it. I got too much stuff that I'm working on in my own backyard to be worried about the tomatoes in yours. But that's okay. I understand everybody wants their 15 minutes, even if that 15 minutes is more dull than watching Billy Mays work with the ShamWow. But that's all right. You wanted your 15 minutes, you got it. Actually, you got 35 of them now. So I gave you double the fame that you required for pissing off the powers that be. And that's all right. It's all right. I'm glad to do it for you. Hopefully your viewership will go up, and then you'll get wherever you want to get in your life. I doubt it's over on my Instagram page telling me how to live my life. I think that if you had had the time to have coffee and sit and think about your decisions before you made them, you probably wouldn't have poked that bear. But since you did tug at this thread and you're sawing the limb that we're both sitting on, I'm going to make an example of you. I've not ruined my career. I'm building my career one brick at a time, despite all the powers that be that want to put me in a back corner, because I'm real good at writing, but I'm not real good at shutting up. You want to know the truth about it? I'll talk. I'll tell you everything I know, but that makes me sound bitter. I'm not bitter about the journey I've been on. Everything that I have done has made me the person that I am today, and I don't regret any of it. However, there are some sons of bitches that I wouldn't piss on if they was on fire, and they know who they are. They watch me from the sidelines, and they report back to the powers that be, because that's why I can't get some gigs at certain places. That's all right. If that's all the power that you're ever going to have, then take it and run with it. Sister, I hate to take Employee of the Month down at Wendy's from you. But if you're going to come on my page, you're going to come on my stage, you're going to try to take my microphone for a minute, I'm going to make an example of you. Okay? I'm glad we had this talk this morning. I hope that whatever you're doing today, you do it with joy, and you try to not piss off the powers that be. Try to get along with your neighbors. Try to get along with people, and if there's no sense in making an argument over nothing, then don't do it. Pointless. Because all you're going to do is get a song written about you that you probably don't want to sing along to. Just, giving you a heads up. So, in the meantime, friends, keep your Bible open and your powder dry and your head on a swivel, because people are nuts. Even the people that you grew up with in your own damn family, they're nuts. So, I'm not talking about anybody that sits at Granny's table. They're not close enough to be invited to dinner, and they're sure is not close enough for us to send a Christmas card to. They're just farther down the line like a 6th or 7th cousin. But even that, I want to cut that branch off the tree now. Pruning. So, Joy, let me know. I'm running for Hurricane Mayor next year, 2026. I'm putting her in Hurricane. I've got a platform about a mile long, and I'm trying to usurp the powers that be, because he's been sitting there too long and patting his own pockets. I like to cause chaos wherever I go, because you've got too comfortable with the status quo. You've got too comfortable in the land that you're living in. You've got too comfortable with the bullshit being served to you on a silver platter. That's my job. You're welcome. You're welcome. Rachel, I'm a nut too. Hell, I'm crazier than a shithouse rat. Does it stop me? No. I even bought a house with nuts on the property so I can have a nut house. Come at me. Come at me. Because they're buy one, get one this week. All right? Come at me. I just don't understand how anybody has the gall to say the things to me that some of y'all are saying to me. You sure as hell wouldn't say them in person. I can guarantee you that. Sorry about my French this morning, but that's how pissed off I am at the fact that somebody who's never done nothing to support the mission that I'm on or my career is telling me how to do it. Maybe if that came with a $20 tip, I'd pay a little more attention to what you had to say, Donna, but considering that you've done nothing but give me grief and heartache for the last 20 years, I ain't really concerned with what you have to say. However, since you felt the need to say it this morning, I felt the need to address it, because somebody should put you back in your place, sister. You were sitting a little too high on that horse. Be careful. That fall will get you. Bust your ass quicker than anything, so watch out. But anyway, all right, well, I'm going to get off here and do something more productive with my day besides bitching about some woman who's never spent a dime on any of my music, nor will she ever come to any of my shows, nor will she ever be welcome. Too late now, sister. So, wait a minute. I don't get to go? No, you didn't said your piece. I don't want you there. My shows are for people who appreciate comedy, satire, good music, and fun stories. My shows are for people who want to have a little fun away from their normal day-to-day. Come hear some music, come hear some jokes, have a cigarette or two and a drink. My shows are for the people that want to escape the everyday bullshit that you spew on your own page. That's what I do for a living. But it's all right. She's like, I can't support you anymore. Well, hell, what do you want me to say? Sometimes the trash takes itself out. I don't know what to tell you. So, but, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to get off here and go wake my husband up, make some coffee. Probably some breakfast now that I'm up and fired up. It's a good way to get my motor running every morning is to tell me how to do something. God, the gall of some people. I wish I could buy some people for what they think they're worth. Or buy people for what they're worth and sell them for what they think they're worth. Sometimes I want to look at people and be like, did you meet anybody that you like better than yourself today? No? All right. So, I quit smoking. No, I just ran out of cigarettes. And this is my backup vape. And this is all I got till I get to the sheets. But it's got nicotine in it, and I'll take anything I can get right now because I'm telling you, if I still chewed my fingernails, I'd have nothing but nubs. I know I'm not everybody's favorite. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Half the time, people just cross the street not to talk to me. But there are those special occasions where people come to my show, support my music, watch my Facebook, and agree with what I'm saying. I could be wrong, but I'm usually not. So, all right, friends, do it with joy. Love your friends, your neighbors, your old people, your animals, and your children. Try not to piss anybody off of power today that can make an example of you on a public forum because it just doesn't end well for anybody. And I'm sure she's going to have a hard time down at JCPenney today after her boss sees my email that I'm going to write. But anyway, that's all right. It's all right. The chickens will come home to roost. Ask Obama. And in the meantime, remember that Hillary's crazier than hell. Obama's a liar. Trump's still president and God's still the king. In case you missed anything that's going on in the past 6 months. So I will let you all go. I love you and I can't do anything about that. Sometimes I don't like you, but I do love you. And I hope that you have the absolute day that you deserve. Take that however you mean it. In the meantime, friends, remember as always, I'm Sarah Beth Terry and you're not.